Bitch didn't have no fucking edges. I was so.
Say baby I love you. Say baby I love you. Baby I love you. Baby say baby I love you. I love you.
Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. It's the one and the only Mimi. Today's video is everybody's favorite time, and I'm talking about story time. Okay, I have a story time video for you, and it's about my first fight ever, the first physical fight I ever got into. Boy, let me tell you.
Boy, if you don't get...
So I remember this day because this day really got me fucked up. I'm just saying. So, you know, I'm the middle child or whatever. And, you know, being the middle child, you kind of really don't know your place in the family. You kind of get forgotten. Sometimes you're not worried about, you know. And that's what was going on. So my older sister, she got a puppy and named him Poppy. And this puppy was small. He was small and he was young. Like, literally, the dog's mom just had them, and that's when my sister went to go pick him up. So it was a really small puppy. My mom didn't want a dog. My mom said not to get a dog, and my older sister got it anyway. And, you know, with a baby puppy, it comes a lot of responsibility. It is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like another kid. Yeah, I'm going to take care of it. Fast forward, and guess who had to take care of it? Me. I had to take care of the puppy. Yes, I was an auntie. You know, I was an auntie before I was a mommy, okay, to Mr. Poppy. Now, you know, a little bit about me and my older sister's relationship. She is the older sister. She, you know, my mom's not at the house. She's the one who's in charge, you know, kind of put a little bit of fear into you, because being the little sibling or the younger sibling, you kind of like fear your older siblings. You kind of, you know, you kind of respect them on the level like, yeah, you know, you tell me what to do, I have to do it, like type of authority. You isn't kind of frightened, kind of startled, kind of, you know, I'm gonna stand back a little bit and let you do you. Plus, my sister was crazy as hell, okay? She was crazy as hell. She asked me to do, I was right there and did it. And, you know, I like doing stuff for my sister. I always was there, and I always did stuff for her.
You had to doubt.
So, you know, she wanted to go out and do what she wanted to do. Me being me and being a homebody like I'm always am, I'm staying at home taking care of everybody, okay? So, I'm taking care of the dog. I'm walking it. He didn't want to go outside. You know, I think he got a little bit of an infection, started having runny poop. So I'm cleaning up poop. I'm cleaning up throw up. I'm cleaning up this, that, and the other. Playing with the dog, interacting with the dog. Mind you, my grandmother, who was sick and who is deceased now, so is my older sister. My grandmother was in the house. She did not like dogs. The dog was humping her blanket. Like, it was the most funniest thing I've ever seen. He was chewing on her oxygen cord. He was just a mess, and my grandma was not having it. Not happy, so she told me to go outside, walk the dog, play outside with the dog. That's what I was doing, you know. Anything people told me to do, I did it. Like, it was no questions asked, you know. I come back in the house, put the dog away, and, you know, I need some time to just chill. I wanted to watch TV. So my older sister comes back home, and she's like, oh, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do that? Like, basically, I really don't like, and this is where me and her clash, because I'm an Aries and she's a Gemini. Two strong personalities or whatever do not mix. I don't like to be told or asked questions about stuff that I already know that I'm doing. Like, take for instance, like, I don't like when people, oh, make sure you do this, make sure, when I'm already doing it, or when it's already been done. I hate when people do that. So she was asking me questions, and did you do this, did you do that, and I'm like, yeah, I did everything you told me to do. And that was the end of that, and so I just walked away. My grandmother was instigating or whatever and saying, yeah, blah, blah, like, you know how people are instigating. Yeah, Mimi did this for you, Mimi did that, da, 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 da. And so I guess that upset my sister or something, because she came back in my room talking about why do you have that attitude? And I hate when people, I hate when people say, why you have an attitude when you don't have an attitude? Because now I have a fucking attitude. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Who said that?
Ooh, that bitch saying that. Who said that? Who said that?
Like, bro, like, I hate that. And parents do that too. They be like, I don't know who you talking to, and you got an attitude. When you don't even have an attitude. And now I'm going to respond with an attitude because you just said I have an attitude when I didn't have an attitude. Like, what are you talking about? And she was like, getting all up in my face and like, she was getting up in my face talking about I asked you to do something simple. You don't have to have the attitude. You don't have to get an attitude with me. I'm just asking. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not having an attitude. You asked me a question and I said I did it. I'm like, it's done. Like, what are you talking about? And she's getting all up in my face. She's pushing all up on me. And, you know, she's like, next thing I know, like, we're arguing. We're going back and forth. And she pushed me. Don't push me. And I'm not going to let you push me like I'm a punk or something. You're not about to push me. So I pushed her back. Like, don't push me. Like, bro, like, I'm heated. And once I get heated, bro, it's nothing. Like my mouth is vicious when I'm, like, bro, like, for real. And so she pushed me. So we're pushing. And, like, we start to fighting or whatever. So, like, I had nails, and, like, I didn't know what she was doing because, you know, I'm not trying to take it there with my siblings. I'm not trying to, you know, get physical with my siblings at the end of the day because they my siblings. And so she's, like, punching me. She's on me and punching me or whatever. And so I take my leg, and I kicked her, and I made her fall all the way into our closet. So I thought, you know, she was going to stop. She wasn't going to do nothing else. That was the end. So, because I'm just sitting there. Like, once I kicked her, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, it's done. And she gets up, and she pulls me back. I had braids back then. She pulls me by my braids and starts hitting me. She starts punching me. She starts pulling my braids out. Like she pulled out braids right here. A bitch didn't have no fucking edges.
Boom.
Fucking mad. And all I remember was, like, just trying to get her off of me and beating her up. And I remember that I was cursing at her. I was cursing the whole house out because you got me all the way fucked up. Like, you fighting me over a fucking dog.
Stupid. I'm not.
And I was so mad. And, like, I didn't get no black eye or nothing. She didn't beat me like that. But, bitch, I did take an L because, you know, at the end of the day, I was scared. That was my first physical fight. I'm not trying to avoid confrontation as much as I can. I don't like fighting people. I just remember I had, like, scratches on my chest, a scratch on my face, and then the thing that really pissed me the fuck off was my edges being gone. Those, like, she took out, like, 5 braids. Boop, 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 boop. So I don't know if you guys can see it when I have my actual hair out and when I pull my hair up. Like, my edges are like the thinnest one compared to the rest of my hair. I mean, it's growing back or whatever, but it's still, you know, you can tell something happened. So I was heated, and so I just remember cursing, and then she pushed me out of the house and locked the door. And I just remember going, like, where we used to live, we had a park. So I remember I was just going to the park, and I just sat there at the park crying, and these people who knew me, they were like, Mimi, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I'm just like, no. And I'm just crying, and then they're trying to talk to me and cheer me up or whatever, and I'm just crying. I'm just sitting out there. I spent a good long time outside, bro, because I was not trying to go back in the house because I already knew if I went back in the house, I was going to hurt her. Like, I was going to hurt her and everybody else. Like, I was so pissed off because that was a fight that did not need to happen. Like, you're not supposed to fight with your siblings. I mean, siblings do fight, but, like, I didn't want that shit to happen. And I remember, like, holding a grudge over that, and I remember being really upset at her for doing that, and, like, she just acted like nothing ever happened. That's the thing about Geminis. They do stuff and they just act like it never really happened. Aries, they hold grudges. So I remember I was really upset about that situation for the longest. And yeah, my sister, we, like, past that, like, that happened like a long time ago, like when I was little. Not like when I was in middle school. They were fine. She is my big sister. I will always consider her my big sister, even though she is now deceased. I still consider myself as I do miss my sister a lot, and I try not to show it or cry about it because, you know, she is in a better place now. I just think about, like, I just thought this was a funny story time to tell you guys because me and her, we had some crazy times together. Sometimes they were good, sometimes they were bad, but, you know, That's what siblings are for, you know. Siblings are your first friends no matter what. They're your first go-to person. And I cannot tell y'all how many times I went to my sister about, you know, about girls picking on me or people picking on me, and my sister would say something to them, blah blah blah. If you guys like this story time, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Turn on your post notifications so you'll always be updated and notified when I post. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.